Let's open the book on this. Today in Atlanta, a shocking crime in DeKalb County has the community on edge after a federal employee was killed during a shooting spree in April.
All right, let's set the stage for this one. Quick headlines, local focus, and we're rolling from the heart of the city.
I'm Leah, keeping it real and keeping it local in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I'm Garrett, laid back, curious, and ready to dig in. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett, right here in Atlanta.
First up, DeKalb shooting spree claims life of federal employee, and it's shaken a lot of folks. The victim has been identified as 40-year-old Lauren Bullis, who worked for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Office of Inspector General, which is the internal watchdog office that audits and investigates to keep agencies honest and efficient. In April, while she was out walking her dog in DeKalb County, she was attacked and tragically killed. Authorities say she was both shot and stabbed. The suspect, a naturalized U.S. citizen originally from the United Kingdom, has been charged with murder. Officials stressed the case is moving through the courts, so charges are allegations until proven in court. This has sparked tough questions about neighborhood safety. Bullis served in several roles at the Inspector General's office, including as an auditor, which is someone who reviews records and spending to find waste or fraud. Friends and neighbors are grieving. It's one of those losses that reverberates far beyond the crime scene.
Yeah, that hits different. Not gonna lie, it's hard to hear. The fact she was both shot and stabbed is just, wow. That's a curveball, and it also raises the big why. Why do incidents like this slip past prevention, even with patrols and community watch programs in place?
Real talk. A lot of these sprees are unpredictable. When violence is random, it's difficult for law enforcement to intercept in the moment. What can help are faster alerts, visible patrols in hotspots, and neighbors reporting anything that feels off early. Still, that doesn't erase the pain when prevention fails.
All right, let's roll on. High-tech surveillance leads to quick arrest in the Atlanta area. Police said networked cameras, including flock safety systems, helped them identify and arrest a suspect tied to 3 April shootings, 2 of which turned deadly. One of those was a random attack on a homeless person in Brookhaven, a city just northeast of Atlanta. Quick explainer. Flock Safety is a company that makes license plate readers. Think of them as cameras that capture plate numbers and alert police if a plate matches a wanted list. When departments link these, investigators can trace a car across jurisdictions, which can cut hours or days off a case.
That speed matters. If you can loop a suspect vehicle to multiple scenes in minutes instead of days, you can stop the next harm. I like the public safety boost, but I'm also hearing neighbors ask about privacy. Surveillance, meaning constant observing or recording, can creep beyond crime fighting if rules aren't tight. Why do some folks worry? One word, retention. That's how long data is kept. If plate scans sit in a database too long, you're basically building travel histories of everyday people. With clear limits, audits, and transparency about use, the tech can do its job without overreaching. Okay, let's move on. Dunwoody's surveillance debate just got louder with a renewed contract for Flock Safety's license plate readers. Dunwoody is a North Metro city in DeKalb County. Residents like Jason Hunyar, who's been vocal against the program, argue the expansion chips away at privacy and could invite misuse. Police there counter that the readers speed up response times and help close cases, similar to what we just discussed. The renewal followed months of public discussion from February through April. This is that classic tension point. Safety gains versus civil liberties, meaning your personal freedoms and protections from government overreach.
I'm all about tools that actually reduce harm, but yeah, I'm with the skeptics on guardrails. Simple, clear rules keep it chill. Short data retention by default, audits with teeth, and public reporting so everyone can see how often alerts lead to real cases. That's something to chew on, huh? Let's keep it moving. Major traffic disruption up in Gwinnett County. A 10-inch water main broke in April, shutting down a stretch of Buford Highway between Duluth and Suwanee. Buford Highway is a major corridor, so when it's out, side streets get jammed fast. Crews were out for hours making repairs, and drivers felt it across the morning. If you were late, you were definitely not alone. Quick note, a water main is one of those big pipes that moves water to whole neighborhoods. When it cracks, you get pressure loss, possible boil advisories in some cases, and traffic chaos while the fix happens.
This is where proactive maintenance pays off. Using leak detection tech and replacing older pipes before they fail can keep a weekday from turning into a gridlock story. The ripple effects are real. Businesses, deliveries, school pickups, all of it gets scrambled when a major artery like Buford goes down. Last up, the conflict in Iran has pushed fuel prices higher, and that pressure at the pump is nudging buyers toward electric vehicles. In March, new EV sales in the U.S. rose about 20% compared with February, and used EV sales jumped nearly 54%. EV stands for electric vehicle, a car powered by a battery instead of gasoline. Hyundai reported a roughly 40% rise in its EV sales. Tesla still leads the market, though its share ticked down to just under 50% from about 56%. Even with the bump, overall new EV demand is softer than a year ago. Part of that is the loss of a federal tax credit for some buyers, which is a one-time incentive that lowers what you owe at tax time.
Yeah, that checks out. Higher gas prices make people run the math. Total cost of ownership, meaning what you pay over years for fuel, maintenance, and value, can tilt toward EVs. Used EV prices have also gotten more reasonable, which helps first-time buyers. I'd say this surge sticks if fuel stays high and charging keeps getting easier. If prices drop, the curve could cool off.
And that's where we'll leave it for now. Thanks for riding along with Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll catch you tomorrow from Atlanta.
So there we have it, folks. Appreciate you being here. Until next time, take care out there, and we'll be back with more local updates from around the metro.